welcome to the next last word, and happy 4th of July if you do choose to celebrate. So there was a recent poll that just came out. It's getting close to Independence Day, so naturally they're going to have that poll where they ask people if they're proud to be an American. And 93% of Republicans, or something like that, said that they were proud to be American, and only 37% of Democrats said that they were proud to be American. So it's time to talk about it. Time to talk about why it's a stupid question and why the answer isn't necessarily what you would think. I have been proud to be American my whole life. Proud of its ideals, proud of the American dream, the Constitution. It was a source of pride, definitely. But to ask me if I'm proud to be an American is both a stupid question and a loaded one at the same time. It's like asking if you're proud of your family. Which ones? I mean, define proud. Are you talking about right now? Am I proud of my family? Or just in general? Because it changes from day to day. And that's kind of the way it is with the country. I got one cousin that runs moonshine in Tennessee and another that turns tricks down at the truck stop. I mean, I love my family, but I'm not necessarily proud of that fact. Anyone who's a good Republican is obligated to say that they're proud to be American. And I will put good and Republican in quotes because that is kind of an oxymoron. The Republicans have been replaced by a fascist cult. They're a bunch of Trump's ass lickers. They don't have any real intelligence of their own. They rely on whatever Trump says, and Trump is a raging idiot. So saying that for the Republicans, saying that they're proud to be an American kind of goes along with not being willing to admit that they made a mistake, even though it's plain as their great big small penis truck parked in the driveway that they made a mistake, and they're fooling no one. Let me explain the small penis truck comment, because I imagine there will be questions. If you drive a great big Ford F-350 pickup and you load it up with tools and head down to the work site every day, you are excused from this conversation. If you drive the Ford F-350 Power Stroke diesel to your job at the bank, you probably have to pee sitting down. I don't make the rules, folks. That's just the way it is. For the Republicans, saying that you are proud to be American is kind of like a muscle reflex. Ah, shoot, I forgot. I gotta go to Bo. What do you got for us, Bo? When someone asks you if you are proud to be American on the 4th of July, you had better say, "Yes, sir. How high, sir?" That is your only answer. You hear me? No self-respecting Republican this close to the 4th of July has ever said that they were not proud to be an American. I'm the proudest American there is. And I live in a cave. I'm hoping things are going to get better. I know Trump wants things to get better. He just hasn't been able to turn them around just yet. But I'm still counting on the fact that he loves me, even though he beats me from time to time. But that's a story for a different day. God bless America, for the republic to which it stands. One nation, under God, invisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge my allegiance. Well, shoot, you know what I'm saying. But who are you proud to? Other Americans? You can tell other Americans that you're proud, right? That's easy, because they're kind of in it with you. You realize there are other countries in the world, and that would kind of be what we're talking about here. And this is where the Republicans, they don't think that far, because they're not going anywhere. They're not going to be going overseas anytime soon, so they don't really think about it in that context. But who are you saying that you're proud to? The rest of the world, right? You may or may not have noticed the rest of the world kind of hates our guts right now. Other countries are feeling the prices worse than we are. Are you going to go brag to someone from India or Japan, countries that are really hurting, and say, that war we started? Yeah, we did that. And you're welcome. Iran didn't have a nuclear weapon, and they still don't have a nuclear weapon. So you think you can help us open up that Strait of Hormuz? What do you mean, no, jerk? Other things to consider when you're answering that question, and maybe not just knee-jerking it. We now have armed militia in the streets of our cities. We now have concentration camps set up in our cities. Is that something to be proud of? Oh, you don't like the term concentration camp? What, you'd rather if we call them internment camps? Well, they're certainly not prisons, because those people actually have to go to trial. We're just imprisoning these people, and it's inhumane, and it's a human rights violation. If we're going to deport them, deport them. 70% of them don't have a criminal record, and they were saying they were going after just the hardened criminals, which is a lie, because then they say there's 20 million of them, which is a made-up statistic, and it's really all just an excuse to persecute brown people. They don't care that we bombed a girls' school and killed at least 160. I've heard estimates between 160 and 200 innocent girls. Is that something to be proud of? You need to own the term concentration camp, because it's what you are. It's what you've become. There are no Republicans. They're just a bunch of fascist cultists trying to revive the whole Nazi movement. So you are what you are. You are what you do, not what you say. Trump says that he loves America, or other people are un-American, but then he tramples on the Constitution on a regular basis. Show me with action where you stand. Don't just fill me with stupid-ass rhetoric. Is it ordinary for the GOP to back their most awful leader, even though everyone knows they did not want foreign wars? That's exactly what we got. It's sad and weak. You ordered a cheeseburger and got a shit sandwich, but you're not strong-willed enough to send it back. You don't want to offend the cook. He's an 80-year-old doddering old man who's got dementia and is smiling to himself quietly as you ask for someone to pass the ketchup. So it's one thing to say that you love America, and it's something else altogether to actually mean it. Yeah, I've always loved my country. Not always proud of my country. My country has been known to do some pretty heinous things, not the least of all starting a war with Iran that was unprovoked. No, they did not almost have nuclear weapons. I know that's Trump's story, but the Republicans will believe it because they need to. Same thing with the 2020 election being rigged. A lot of them bought into that, and they can't change now because, again, they've been trained to not admit that you're wrong. Blame the deep state. It's the deep state's fault. That's just what they do. Again, they would say that they love America if Trump or a Republican is president. If it were Biden that started a war with Iran, oh my God. Yeah, they'd be losing their ever-loving minds. They don't know much, but they know they don't like Biden. And Trump still calls Biden Sleepy Joe, and he sleeps through meetings on a daily basis. What? You people are just ridiculous. You're not fooling anyone. We can all see, the world can see how stupid you are, that you would actually follow this shit right to hell. So have fun. Have you given a lot of thought to what hell's going to be like? I think Trump's going to have a employee of the month parking spot. He's going to be right there next to the furnace. Perhaps that's what he has in mind. Maybe he's got the luxury suite. I don't know. He's obviously not trying to change his ways. You'd think, this close to the end, you think he might try to make amends, but nope. He's doubling down on a life of heinous activity. Like, comment, subscribe, check out the shop. If you watched this long, just subscribe already, because you watched this long. You may as well. Okay.